If she's so afraid for her life, why was she at Tucker Carlson's Christmas party in Nashville last night? Why was she at Dollywood on Thanksgiving, the theme park? So, allegedly, the French government and the Israeli intelligence have put a hit out on you. They've paid millions of dollars to kill you, but you're walking around a theme park in your town. You're walking around, for those that don't know, Dollywood, Dollyland. It's like Dolly Parton's Disney World. You're walking around Disney World? You're walking around an amusement park in your hometown on the holiday weekend when allegedly everyone's trying to kill you? Then you go to a Christmas party with Tucker Carlson in the same city attended by hundreds of people, and people know you're going to be there with Tucker and all the based people in one room, but you can't go to Turning Point where everybody knows you're going to be. And if anything happened to you, God forbid, they would immediately blame Turning Point. It doesn't even make any sense. So she says, I'm going to live stream the live stream and I'm going to fact check it in real time. Why? I think we all know why. She's totally full of shit. She doesn't care about the truth. If she did, she would go, no matter the cost. If she were really courageous and a truth teller, she would bootstrap it and she would say, wish me luck. She would kiss her husband when she walks out the door and say, it might not be coming back. And she would go and just fully send it and do it. Because if this is really, as she says, of cosmic, spiritual, geopolitical significance, you have to. And it's being offered up on a silver platter. You just have to. After talking all this shit, driving everybody against each other for the past 3 months, you got to do it. So clearly she doesn't believe what she's saying as far as the significance of all of this. Secondly, I don't think she believes what she's saying about Turning Point. Why does she not want to go in person? Because if she goes in person, she might get caught on the back foot. She might find out that her whole theory was wrong and that all of her facts are wrong and she might not be able to explain herself. If she's at home, she's not under pressure. What's more, she's got her producer in her ear, like she did when I was on her show, like she does on all her shows. What's the producer's name? Skylar? She's going to have Skylar in her ear. So when she mispronounces something or she gets something wrong, she's going to say, Skylar, what was that? And Skylar can be on AI. Skylar can be on Twitter. And he can help her out. She can have air support. That's what this is about. And so she knows, first of all, it's obviously she does not mean what she says. It is not that important to her. And she does not have the courage of her convictions. She knows she's going to melt at Turning Point. She needs backup. So then she's going to engage in yet another lie. And then she's going to gaslight the world and say, oh, I'm not a coward. It's not that I don't have the courage of my convictions. It's they are being weird. They're being weird. I'm not backing down. They said we're going to do a stream. You said name the time and place. They did. Now you're saying you can't go in person, but you can live stream it. And we all know why that is. But then she'll turn around and say, oh, I'm not a coward. They're just being weird. They announced it at midnight, so that's why I can't go. You can't go because they announced it at midnight? You can't go because you're seeing this on Twitter and not in your inbox? I mean, what are you even talking about? And so this is where it's like, if you're still on this train, I honestly have no respect for you. If you're still on board after this, I don't know how anybody can buy in. And like I said, I'm not saying this for rhetorical effect. I would actually love to see her talk to Turning Point because there's not a losing scenario there. If she goes to Turning Point, we're either going to find out that she was right all along. She's going to bring the receipts. She's going to name the names. She's going to put the screws in these people, and she is going to blow the lid on everything. And you know what? If she's right, we want to know. If she's right, I want to know that, and I want to see it. I want to see it proved. And if she's right, I will issue a public apology on video and writing. I will say, you know what? I doubted you. I didn't get it. You were right all along, blah, blah. Honest to God. And if she's wrong, then we'll know that too. We'll know that whatever the errors she made are, we will know what they are. And maybe it'll bring us closer to a bigger truth about what happened to Charlie Kirk, whether it was Tyler Robinson or some other thing went on, or maybe Turning Point wasn't in on it. We'll know more. And I think everybody wants to see it. We want to see, she's been building the energy for 3 months. This is supposed to be the climactic, like jury trial, courtroom drama moment. And she goes, I can't go. Well, you know what? I can't take you seriously then.
Let me be clear, okay? I have been following Nick Fuentes for some time now. If you've noticed, we have a lot more videos of him on our channel than usual. And I think that he is a very reasonable guy. He is a very smart person, and he has some very interesting views and opinions about things, some of which are great, some of which are not. By the way, who have you ever seen that everyone agreed with every single thing they've ever said? Wouldn't that be crazy? So, Nick Fuentes is a normal person. So, obviously, there will be things we would disagree about, and there will be things we will all agree about. But on this case with Candy Owens, I think that Candice has the right to protect herself. And for the sake of fighting for justice or for peace or to uh, unveil what is being hidden, one shouldn't put themselves in danger. One shouldn't knowingly put themselves in position that are dangerous to them because they are just trying to prove a point. To me, it doesn't make any sense whatsoever. If you are trying to prove something, that does not mean you put yourself in dangerous situations. Candice has got to take her security way more seriously. She has got to do so. For you to think that she would just get up and go somewhere without really working out security with them is a no starter to me. It's really a no brainer. Now, she might have gone to Tucker Carlson event because she and Tucker Carlson are friends and she has nothing against Tucker Carlson. So, of course, Tucker Carlson will provide security for her. And you don't know how long this whole thing has been in the working. You don't know how long they have collaborated on security. You don't know how long her team and Tucker Carlson team have worked together to arrange security. You don't know that, Nick. You don't know that. So I have to say this again. People have done debate online. And if TPUSA is serious and they are honest and sincere about having this conversation with Candice, they can do it online. They can stream it. People can follow along. Candice does not have to be in the same location with them in order for this to take place. There is no rule that state that the two parties must be in the same location at the same time in order for a debate to happen. Thank God for the internet. They can all be in separate locations and stream the whole debate. That can still work. And many people can follow along on the internet. That can work. And I have to say this one more time. I understand that Nick Fuentes is a risk taker, and maybe he is doing all that. He is taking the maximum risks because maybe he has no wife and no children. It's not a critique, it's just a fact. I'm trying to state it out. And so his level of risk taking is way more higher because he is just a single person in his 27, 28, 26. But Candice is a wife, is a mother. Her first priority is her children. She is way more concerned about the well being of her children before anything else. And that is what she is supposed to do. That is what is expected of her. She must put her family first, her children first, before any other thing. So she cannot just get up and move. No, no. If TPUSA are sincere, they can still have it some other time. They can coordinate with her. They can talk these things out with her. And they can come up with a solid plan on how to get this going. They can even say, okay, since you do not want to come to where we are, we can go to where you are. Since you want this thing to take place, we too want it to take place. So let's negotiate on how this whole thing will move on or will be done. Let's make sure that everyone is well safe, well secured, well protected first before even the show. Because the viewers or the attendees are coming there to see a live person have a conversation, not someone who has been taken out. And one more thing that Nick Fuentes said that I want to talk a little bit about is that you are going to a place where everyone knows you'll be there. And God forbid something went wrong, people know who to blame. Yeah? People might know who to blame. That's true. But you are gone. Your life has been cut short. Okay? You are gone. No matter how much people complain, no matter how much people hold those they think are accountable, responsible, or accountable, it won't change a thing because you are gone. You will be gone. So just get that. Do not gamble with your life. Do not do that. Do not do that. No matter what you do, no matter what cause you are pursuing, understand that you being alive is 70% of that cause being pursued. You being unalive is 0% of that same cause being pursued. Know that.